Hello again everyone and welcome to another review video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the new Hammershot from the Nerf ZombieStrike line. This little blaster was getting quite a bit of buzz for the way it primes by the hammer on the back, kind of like an old-timey revolver. And people are really looking forward to it because the ZombieStrike line is all about a new look, new appeal, and whole new blasters basically. To start off, this is a Target exclusive blaster, as it says right on the top there, and it has really nice packaging. No weird smiling kids, just kind of a cartoony guy with a hat and looking intense and some raggedy clothes and zombies. One thing I really like about the packaging already is the back. It doesn't really have you know, the overview of the blaster pointing at things saying like, ooh, tactical rail and all this other stuff, but it has these cool little drawings that are basically the instruction guide. Pull back the hammer, put in the darts, and then fire away, and then like a nice little overview of the blaster itself. On the back it says Mission Recon, which is a whole new type of little thing they're doing. It says Target, Zombie Horde, Location, Main Third, Blueprint, Hammershot, which is where it goes into the blaster style, 5-dart front load, function, quick reload, one-handed blasting, results, Blammo. Next build, multi-shot blaster. Little question mark, so there's a nice little overview of it. Sorry about the lights. Those are what help illuminate my area. So let's open this up and see what we get. So only two little rope things hold the blaster down. And once you get past that, there's some tape at the bottom here that holds, close a compartment. So let me open that, which is this thing right here. And one thing that I saw that I totally forgot about is that Nerf is actually including some stencils with their stuff, which is really interesting. You got a little ZombieStrike stencil right here. You have, I believe this is a walking zombie man dude, out to get your brains. And then you have the Nerf logo, which is really nice. And then you have, I believe, a silhouette of the Hammershot. My only thinking for this is that people for HVZ like to stencil their blasters. I know lots of groups like to do it. The Horsemen did it, where we had little, you know, horse logo stuff. So we put that on our blasters. And you also get an instruction manual, which is just a sheet of paper. And it says, you know, Hammershot, stencils included, and how to use it. One thing I'm really liking about the instructions is that everything is kind of hand-drawn, which to me is, I like it much better than, you know, the old style where everything's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but I like the more human quality to this. But the stencils are very cool. They're a little flimsy, but these are very cool, and I'm very happy that Nerf included them with the Hammershot. I don't know if they come with the sledge fire, but yeah, if you want some stencils, Hammershot is for you. So let's get into the blaster itself after I take out the darts. Along with the stencil, you get 5 green darts. There's really nothing that makes them any different from Elite Streamlines other than that they're green and the Elite Streamlines are blue. So there's also a sticker on the front here that I guess says read the manual, caution, even though I think most of us by now figure out how to use these things pretty fast. But I'll leave that on there. It's actually really well on there. That's kind of weird, so you might have to go back over it a few times just to get it off. That's it's a little obnoxious Nerf. But anyways, to load, you just load it in the front, like so. I will say that this bar on the front here is not the greatest design aspect, since the darts will go in a little crookedly down there, as you can see with this one especially. Not the best design choice, but I think I get what they're going for, and it gives something for the cylinder to rotate around. But this does rotate freely, so there's no excuse not to, you know, use that function. So in order to fire, you pull the hammer back all the way and then shoot it off. I'll fire it right here. Woo! It actually has some power to it. And yeah, you can just kind of one after the other. Wow, that's a really, really big distance between my thumb and the hammer. My hands are big, and this is still a bit of a stretch for even me, and it's a little hard to get down. So that's kind of weird. I don't know how. I guess they expect you to do it with you know, a second hand on it doing it like that. So the one thing that I bought this blaster for, like the biggest thing to me was fanning, the old Western, you know, pow 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 pow. That's the one reason I really wanted to get this blaster is, you know, the possibility of being able to fan it, have some cool like old school Western duels with it or whatever. But let's see if this actually works. If you hold down the trigger and pull this back and release all the way, it does kind of have like a slam fire feature. So let's see if I can fan this at all. My only problem is I don't think I'll be able to get this down all the way to where the barrel rotates. No guarantees on this actually working, but let's try it. Yeah, I don't think fanning's really gonna work unless, I don't even know if you mod it, it will work, but I guess you can always try to kind of get rid of the slow return of the hammer, which kind of messes with the, you know, trying to shoot fast. But, yeah, let me see how fast I can get this off. It's still really awkward because of the big hammer range. It's just so massive. It's huge. I don't know how kids with small hands are going to be able to get to that. Let's see here. That's about as fast as I can get it off. For an official range test, click the video right here. It will take you to Random Shadow's range test video so you can get a proper look at how far this blaster will shoot. But overall, I am kind of disappointed with this. I'm not gonna lie. The length that you have to go just to get the hammer with your thumb is really big, because I like to hold it like this. And if I stick my thumb up, I can barely get it into that little groove. And I have some big hands. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have some big hands, and that's uncomfortable even to me. So I don't know how kids with smaller hands are gonna be able to reach up there without having to use a second hand. And even with a second hand, it's still a massive stretch just to get up there. I guess they really wanted you to use it like this, because that little ridge in there fits my palm pretty well, though it's really shallow. If I were to do a mod, I honestly don't know what I would do with this. The only thing I can think of is build like an epoxy ramp that gives it more of an actual curve, so if I wanted to fan it, I could actually grip onto it. That's probably what I'm going to do with it, because reaching with my thumb is uncomfortable. Doing this is uncomfortable, and this seems like the only feasible way that I'm actually gonna get it to fire, because it's just a stretch. That's my biggest problem with this blaster, is it is a large stretch to get to that hammer. So I mean, if you can get past that, it's a pretty cool little blaster, but the handle is comfy as hell. Like, the handle is really nice, but just this is what's putting off the entire blaster to me, is that distance between my thumb and my hammer. I know I'm talking about this so much, but that is such a buzzkill. Everything else about this blaster is really nice. It's just that. That's the only thing I have a problem with, is that. And if you don't push it, if you don't pull the hammer back all the way, you're gonna ruin the barrel alignment like that until you pull it back all the way. And if you're trying to do something really fast with it like this, you're just gonna not have things aligned. I mean, I guess if I take out the ARs, it will allow the hammer to, you know, go back forward much more quickly. But yeah, it's just really the only problem I have with this is the large amount of space between the grip and the hammer's really small. So, should you buy this blaster? To be honest, I'm on the fence about it. It is $14.99 before tax, which is $2 more than what a Maverick was and what a Strong Arm is now. But you get one less shot. It doesn't really have a slam fire per se. If you hold down the trigger and you just, you know, do that, it's a slam fire, but you can get much faster speeds out of a Strong Arm. I'm honestly on the fence about it. I don't know. It's really up to you, because I like the design, I like the ranges, but just the priming mech is so awful. Like, it's like the Snapfire to me. Like, I really like the Snapfire, but the trigger was horrible on that. The priming on this is horrible. So I really don't know what to say. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about this. It's a cool looking blaster, but it's gonna need something done to the hammer in order for me to really enjoy it, because it's uncomfortable and it's digging into my thumb, and I just don't like that. But besides that, it's a very nice looking blaster. The ranges are good, and I'm sure a lot of people will like it, and I think it could make for some cool cosplay if you take out the cylinder, cut that down, and then put some aesthetics where the cylinder used to be. So yeah, there you go. That is my review of the new ZombieStrike Hammershot, the new line from Nerf. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great day wherever you are.